Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be discussing why you cannot gain weight, and this is going to be the ultimate guide to bulking for teen lifters. Like, this is going to be everything that you need to know from A to Z for bulking, so you're not going to have any questions, any confusion when it comes to how to actually gain weight and put on size and muscle. The no BS, no nonsense guide. And before we get into that, my name is Noah. I am the founder of Get Her Done Fitness, and I made it my mission to help all young men get the body and confidence they've always wanted. I'm currently hosting a free video training where I'm showing you guys how to do exactly that. I'm showing you everything that I've learned and used in the past few years in gaining 40 pounds. I've been through all the ups and downs and trial and error so that you don't have to. And I'm giving you the quickest, easiest, simplest copy-paste system to gain as much muscle and confidence and size and all of the above as quickly, efficiently, and easy, simple as possible. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that, go down below and click that first link to watch that. You guys are not going to regret it. But let's hop into the meat and beans of this video. So today we're going to be discussing why you can't gain weight. There are so many guys that want to start to gain weight and they start doing something, right? They start to eat more, they start to train harder, they start to do these things to gain more weight, right? They might go buy some protein powder, some creatine, some pre-workout, start going to the gym, right? And that's great and all. That's definitely a good first step. But the hard reality is that there is a set of keys and principles that need to be in place in order to gain the weight. And if one of those, if even one of them is out of place, you are not going to be able to gain the weight. There is 4 things that have to be in place for you to gain weight and for you to actually start to put on the muscle and size that you are looking for. Okay, the very first thing is going to be your diet. Your diet is of utmost importance because you have to actually give your body the fuel to grow. Because your body wants to stay where it's at. It wants to stay in homeostasis is what we call it. But that basically means it doesn't want to change. It wants to maintain this level. So you have to actually give it a reason to grow. You have to give it an outstanding reason for it to grow. And the fuel that is going to fuel that growth also needs to be in place. And so the fuel is going to come from your calories, and the building blocks that you're actually going to use, that your body is going to use to build the muscle, is going to be the protein. And so imagine your body as a construction crew, and it has the staff, it has the equipment, but it needs the fuel and it needs the building blocks. It needs the fuel for the equipment and it needs the actual building materials. And so the fuel is going to come from the calories, the calorie surplus that you're going to be eating in, and then the building blocks is going to be the protein. And so when this comes to your diet, this is going to mean you need to be consuming more calories than you're burning. And then those extra calories that you are not burning as just a baseline are going to be used and burned to pack on the muscle, right? They're going to be used and burned in building that muscle. And then the thing that your body's going to use to build that muscle is going to be the protein. And so you need to be in a caloric surplus, okay? A 300 to 500 calorie surplus. So find your caloric maintenance, and that's going to come from experimentation and so some research online. Maybe go to a calorie calculator, and then it's going to come from experimentation because it's different for everyone. Everyone has different metabolisms. How fast or slow their metabolism is going to dictate how many calories that you're going to need to maintain your level that you're at right now. And then you want to be in that caloric surplus. That's going to be your maintenance plus like 300 to 500 calories, and you can adjust it accordingly based on how fast or slow you are gaining weight and how faster or slower that you want to gain weight. And so then the next part of it is going to be your protein. So you got to be in the caloric surplus, and you also have to have enough protein. And a really good rule of thumb that makes it super simple is 1 gram per pound of body weight, right? This is my go-to because it's just so easy, so simple to remember, and there's no way of going wrong with it, right? So you are going to want to be eating 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds right now, you're going to be eating at 150 grams of protein. If you're 180 pounds, you want to eat at 180 grams of protein. If you start to gain weight and you gain 5 pounds and now you weigh 185, you're going to shoot for 185 grams of protein. Super simple, super basic. This is the easiest possible way to make sure that your diet's on point, is going to be the calories and that caloric surplus and your protein. The second part of this is going to be your training. Because like I said, you have to give your body an outstanding reason to want to grow. Like, it needs a really good reason for it to want to grow, because it wants to maintain this level. It wants to stick to this baseline, right? But you obviously don't want to be at that baseline. You want to grow, you want to get bigger. And so you need to give an outstanding reason to grow. That outstanding reason to grow is going to be the stimulus that you give it in the gym. You have to go into the gym and you have to train hard. You have to break down your muscles to the point where they have a reason to grow. They have a reason to recover because they've been broken down and your body wants to recover. And then that outstanding reason is there in that your body wants to get stronger to accommodate for that load that it was just given. And so if you go into the gym and you bench press 185 pounds for sets of 5, and then you go and you recover and you come back, your body is then going to have that capability. It's going to have recovered to the point where you are able to go in and do that again, but with more ease, because your body has accommodated for that new load, that new stimulus that it was given. And then if in a few weeks you're benching 190 for sets of 5, then your body has another reason for it to grow, because it's going to get broken down by you training hard, and then it's going to have that reason to grow because it was given that new stimulus, that new weight that is going to give it that reason to grow. So the point is, the bottom line is that you need to be going in and you need to be training hard, and you need to be training to failure every single set and really breaking down that muscle, because the more that you break down the muscle, the more that it needs to recover, and therefore the more muscle growth that you are going to get, and not to mention the stronger that you are going to get, because the more you break it down, the more reason it has to grow stronger so that it can accommodate for that load it was just given and then some. And then you're going to go and apply that new stimulus. You're going to go and train even harder, and then it's going to accommodate to that, and you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and therefore you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger muscles. And the third part of this is going to be your recovery. Your recovery is so important. Your recovery is going to be the thing that is actually going to make it so that you can continue to make progress. Because if you go into the gym a couple times and you train hard and you're eating right and you're doing everything perfect, but you're not recovering right, that means that you're not going to be able to grow, because the reason for that is, in order to grow, you have to recover. Your recovery time is literally like your growing time. That's literally when the muscle grows. The muscle isn't growing when you're training it in the gym. It's being broken down. And then as you're recovering is when it's growing. And so you need to give your body that time to recover in between training sessions. And so what this means is that you basically don't want to train a certain muscle group too closely after you already have trained that muscle group. And so if you go in and train chest on Monday, you're not going to go in and train chest again on Tuesday, because your chest needs to recover so that you can go in and train it appropriately. Because not to mention, you can still go in to train chest on Tuesday. Like, nothing's going to stop you. But it's going to mean that you are not going to be as strong and you are going to be weak because you have not recovered, and therefore you can't train hard enough to where you're actually going to get a productive workout in. And so you need to give yourself that time to recover. And so if you're going in to train chest on Monday, you want to wait until, Wednesday to train chest again, or Thursday to train chest again, so that you actually have that time to recover, so that you can go in and train it hard, and it's going to get broken down again, and it's going to recover to be stronger. And then go in and train hard, it's going to break down, it's going to get stronger, break down, stronger, and it's going to keep on going up and up and up and up. And so this is why a very common split in the gym is going to be push-pull legs, because it gives your body that perfect amount of time to recover in between muscle groups. Because in between every single muscle group, you're given 48 hours. And in that 48 to 72 hours, you are training those other muscle groups. And so it's very efficient, right? Because while your chest is recovering, you're training your pull muscles and your legs. And then while your pull muscles are recovering, you're training your legs and your push muscles. And then while your legs are recovering, you're training your push and your pull muscles. And so that's why a split that's like that, or similar to it, or that split itself, is going to be a really good split, because it's going to give you that time to recover. And then the fourth part of this is going to be another part of your recovery. It's kind of like a branch off of recovery, and that is going to be your sleep. Your sleep is very important, because your sleep is when your body is going to recover the most. That's when the most amount of recovery is going to happen. And so if you're not getting good sleep, you're still going to recover, but it's not going to be to that optimal most state, right? So if you're getting 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep every night, that's not quite ideal for most people, right? Some people can survive off of that. Like some people, they need less sleep. Some people need more sleep. Like the 8 hours of sleep is a good rule of thumb, but it's not perfect for everyone because some people can function totally fine and excel at getting 4 or 5, 6 hours of sleep every night. But for you, that may or may not be the case. And so this is going to come down to you just experimenting and figuring out what is best for you. But the point is that you got to be getting that good quality and restful sleep that is going to be the right amount of sleep for you. Not for Joe, not for Bob, not for me, not for whoever else. You want to get the right amount of sleep for you. And so you need to experiment and find that good balance. You want to wake up and you want to feel refreshed and ready to go. You don't want to feel tired, like you want to go back to bed. You want to feel good. If you wake up and you feel good, that probably means you got a good amount of sleep. And so for some of you, yeah, it's going to be on the low end. Some of you, it's going to be on the high end, like 9, 10 hours. Some of you on the low end, 4, 5, 6 hours. Who knows? But it's going to be different for everyone. So you need to find that perfect balance. I hope you guys found this information useful. If you never want to miss a new video, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Always remember to get her done.